Next up, we have Embodied Labs, and Carrie Shaw is going to present.
Hello everyone, my name is Carrie Shaw and I am the CEO and founder of Embodied Labs. About 12 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease, and about 5 years later, I was living at home as one of her primary caregivers and was tasked with hiring and training her first home health aides. My mom, in addition to her Alzheimer's, had a left visual field deficit, and I would really struggle to explain to her caregivers that it wasn't that she couldn't see out of her left eye like this, but she couldn't see out of the left halves of both of her eyes. And all of these words later, all of us are kind of glazed over, right? And so that's why I created these goggles. So by putting these on, her caregivers could immediately understand what my mom was seeing. They could intuitively sense that they needed to protect the left side of her body, and they knew that they should approach her from the right. And now this made sense to them, why she would eat exactly half of her plate of food at mealtime, and we would need to rotate it if she was going to finish her food. These goggles empowered my mom's caregivers to provide her more effective care, but they really had one major flaw. They could only simulate this one aspect of what was a much more complex journey. And so that's when I asked this question of, could we somehow step into our loved ones' experiences? And if we could do that, would that actually make us more effective care providers? So my background is in public health education and then later medical illustration. And it was through those careers that I've met my today co-founders of Embodied Labs. And so with all of the things going on in the aging care space, caregivers today need solutions that engage, empower, educate, and refresh them. And so at Embodied Labs, we are creating these fully immersive VR experiences that tackle key issues in the aging care space. The product that we offer is a subscription to a hardware, software, and services bundle. So by subscribing to our product, you get a hassle-free VR kit ready to go, and then you have access to our platform, which has all of our VR content, which is updated with new labs on a quarterly basis, that also comes with the education and training framework and data and analytics that you need to track outcomes in care behaviors and practices. And then finally, our services that we offer include things like an on-site train the trainers onboarding experience and quarterly check-ins to get your feedback into how we can best shape our pipeline. Today in our library, we have several experiences. The Alfred journey, where you embody Alfred as he faces macular degeneration and hearing loss. The Beatrice lab, where you go through early, middle, and late stages of Alzheimer's disease. And finally, the Clay lab, where you're tackling what it's like to embody someone who's gotten a diagnosis of terminal cancer and then has to make end-of-life care decisions. Our current markets that we're targeting are in the senior care organization space, as well as home health and home care, a total addressable market of $1.7 billion. And today we have a growing body of lighthouse customers, and we have proudly earned a few recognitions, one from the Department of Education in the EdSim Challenge as a finalist, first place in a business accelerator, and all of these totaling about $120,000 of cash that's really helped us get our solution to market. We're also embedded within 15 different academic training programs within the United States. And finally, I'd like to share some of our user stories. So our Train the Trainers program has really empowered staff at our long-term care organizations to not only become trainers of their colleagues, but to provide this as a training and education for their resident families and their communities. And we've heard things over and over, like our Embodied Labs experiences resonate with me, and I've noticed that I'm more patient with my residents. And I think this is something that anyone who works within the aging population should do. This winter, we proudly won Most Viable Solution from the Open IDEO Caregiving for Dementia Challenge. And today we are looking for those of you who are out there that can join us in our Lighthouse Customer Program that are working in home health, home care, and long-term care organizations. And I'd like to end on this quote by Dr. Leslie Saxon from the USC Keck School of Medicine. She said, "Embodied Labs will change how we treat our elders by providing an immersive experience that creates emotional intelligence and ultimately more compassionate care." Thank you.